Guys, so this week I want to do a special project. Um, the project that we're doing this week is actually a gift for your loved one. So it can be for a parent, a sibling, or a grandparent. As a parent, I know that I absolutely love it when my child makes something for me. So in your kits, you all have these. They're canvases. I think that I took the plastic off of everybody's, but if I did not, they're, if you look at mine, it's kind of shiny. It has a plastic thing on it, so you just have to remove that before you start. Maybe. So I'm just going to take the plastic off of this one, just in case you guys do have plastic on yours. You do have to remove that. So this is my canvas. And so the other thing that you're going to need is you're going to need your paint. If anybody needs more paint, please let me know. And you also need your paintbrush. So I printed off a couple of different ideas. So you can paint whatever you want on here. But just in case you need ideas, I did have some Christmas type ideas that I wanted to share with you. So this, somebody painted their foot white, and then they put their foot on the paper, or in our case, the canvas. So this is actually a snowman, but it started with a picture or a foot. So they painted their foot, they put it on the canvas, and then they painted, once it dried, they painted the arms and the scarf and the face and this. And it actually says, "My love for you will never melt." And then they signed their name here. So that's an option. This next one, it says, "Candy cane wishes and mistletoe kisses." And then again, these are feet. So if you have a younger sibling, you could maybe have your parent help you and you could do your foot and then your younger sibling's foot. Or if you have an older sibling, you could do it the opposite. And then they just painted a string of lights and a bow and a bell, and then they put their writing on it. Another option is this is with handprints. So they just took their hand and painted it green, and then they put their hand in on here. So these are all handprints, and it makes a Christmas tree. So once their handprints dried, then they took and made turned it into a Christmas tree and put little bulbs and then a star at the top. This is for little itty bitty hands though. So unless you have little itty bitty hands, maybe go with a different choice. This one here is the Grinch. Again, it's a hand. They painted the palm of their hand green, and then they painted 4 of their fingers red. They didn't do their thumb. And so they painted that, and then they put it on the paper. And then once it dried, they added the white to turn it into a Christmas hat, and the eyes and the nose for the Grinch. This one here, again, is a Christmas tree, maybe for bigger hands. So you take your hand and paint it green, and then you put it here, here, and here. And then once it dries, you add little Christmas bulbs and a star and the bottom of the Christmas tree. And this one here is a reindeer. So you paint your hand brown, put it in the middle of the canvas, and then when it's done, you can add some googly eyes, or you can paint on eyes and a nose. That's completely up to you. You do have pom-poms. If you have a red one, you can use it as a nose. And you should have googly eyes in your kits, so you can use those. This is another foot one with googly eyes, and they just painted their foot brown and then put it on the canvas. And once it dried, they added antlers, some eyes, and a nose, and then they signed their name. And then lastly, there's another mistletoe one. So this one just says mistletoe on it, and this person painted their foot green, put it on the canvas. They did both feet. So they painted their feet green, and then they stepped onto the canvas. And then once it dried, they added all these little decorations and wrote mistletoes on the bottom of it. So those are all different options. Again, you can paint whatever you want on your canvas because it is your gift for your loved one. But there's just a few ideas. If you want to come up with your own, that's fine too. So you're just going to use your canvas, you're going to paint it, you're going to let it dry, and then you can wrap it up and give it to somebody that you love as a Christmas present. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Bye, guys. Merry Christmas.